Okay.
Over here, by the plant.
And like,
He's gonna think the plant's talking to him. This is great.
and he like looks over and he's like, buddy, I didn't know you could talk. Why you sound like a girl?
I'm not the plant. I was hoping you'd come over though. This is Texas. I'm invisible right now.
All of Texas.
Well, not all of Texas.
Oh my god.
A person. I technically lived there for a very short time. You met me.
I don't need to know your backstory. What do you need?
Well, there's a group of people.
No. Go through the entire back.
A lot has changed in the past 12 hours.
Good God, man! You have a dangle now. I'm not going to fault you for any sort of like thing that you went through. Your body has gone through a metamorphosis overnight. Please, it's fine. You do not need to apologize. And he just kind of looks at you and puts a hand on your shoulder and just like.
You got a dangle.
Like, all right, you were somebody who lived in Texas,
Right.
and then you
It's
took
not
the name
important
Texas?
though. That part isn't important. This is the important thing.
Why would you open with that if
No.
it wasn't
Well,
important?
I was just trying to introduce myself. Okay, so
Okay.
the important thing is there was a group in here, and now there's still one of them, but the others are gone, but they're coming back, and they want to kill us?
Are they from Texas too?
No, I don't think so. Maybe. But the important thing is they want to kill at least one, if not more, of us, and or do serious harm and damage. So, do
Okay.
you guys have rules or like a safe room?
No, we kind of play
Or-
it fast and loose here.
Yeah, I've heard that. So we should just kind of hightail it on out of here?
I mean, you could fight them. That'd be kind of entertaining. No,
Well-
right?
Am I bound to some sort of thing? I feel like the most responsible thing to do is to know, like, before you put on jewelry given to you by a god.
You feel like the most
Well, I
responsible
just-
thing to do when a god offers you a gift is to be like, well, what
Well,
is
no,
is there a
thank you
user
very
agreement
much.
that
I
we
just-
need to sign here?
I feel
Listen,
like
I mean, she's very nice, but this is no Banyan, the god of the lions. I mean, he's the king of the beasts.
And as Bubba walks out, he goes, "Hey, man, now I'm gonna get him turn on. Woo!
Sorry, guys, I speak Bubba. I know how you doing.
And man, from Artificer Ball to share Prince stuff all the time.
You ain't fooling? Hell, my brother Cletus would love to talk to you.
Hey, man, I'm terrible. From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they don't feel like pretty like people you're going in.
All right, now sounds good.
I'm just gonna cast in code thoughts to just pull this memory out for later. Someone's gonna want to study.
Are you always invisible?
No, I just did this because I was trying to be stealthy. It's not working very well. I can see
No,
that.
because you're still talking.
I know, I have learned my lesson. I haven't learned my lesson. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm going to do more stupid stuff. It just kind of happens.
coming back till November.
So glad we caught that. Hi everybody! It's Tuesday night. It is time for a little Dungeons and Dragons here on Indigo Chameleon. Hello. Hi there. Welcome. Come on in. The water's fine. Howdy. Just Asparagus. Just FML. The certifiable scribe. Indigo Gmon. Glass Frog. Blue Lizard Girl. Everybody hanging out in the chat tonight. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We've got a few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. The first and foremost announcement is happy birthday, Magna. We love you. Let's see this beautiful birthday boy right now. Look at that face. That's a face. A couple of announcements before we get started with tonight's game, alongside the lines of like the most important announcement being it is Magnon's birthday. The second of all is we have a Discord. Come hang out there and post memes and inspiration and find cool stuff. I've got a question of the day tomorrow that I want to propose. That's a D&D rules question, but it sparked a little bit of debate. So I'm interested to see what the take is for everybody. So join in the Discord and argue nerdy stuff with me. Okay. We also have a merch store.
Really uncomfortable already.
I'm actually
doing my job.
argue just to argue.
We have a merch store. It's got cool stuff like mugs and T-shirts and shower curtains, and all the coolest stuff that Indigo Chameleon is rocking right now. Help us keep the lights on here because that would be great. We also want to thank.
See us when they're off.
You can't see that. We got something special that we're doing here tonight. We're actually going to start doing shout-outs on the show for a small monetary donation, or if you have a business or you have a group that you'd like to get a little shout-out on your favorite Indigo Chameleon show. That's something that we're going to start offering. But the first one is actually a shout-out of love. We want to shout out a particular author that has meant a lot to everybody here. Melissa Givo, this is her book right here. The cover is already giving me nightmares, and I haven't read anything because this is vaguely clown-like. I don't know if you can see it from here, and I'm just worried that it's living in my closet.
I can't guarantee it's not.
Jackson Donnelly battles a recurring escalating nightmare from the age of 10. The nightly encounters weaken his body and spirit by incorporating his daytime struggles with bullies, girls, and loss. This is a young adult horror book that I'm going to read, and we'll talk about it, but we want to support the people that support the channel. So Melissa Gibo, you can find on Amazon, I believe. Like, can we get this book anywhere else? We're gonna post a link.
So on Amazon, on Barnes & Noble, it's also available as an audiobook on Audible.
Yep. If any of my players happen to come across one of these epic books and you show me proof, like you get it on Kindle, you get it on Amazon, you'll get a little special gold bonus to your hero. So we want to support our authors because I'm going to read that tonight and then cry. Because horror books hit me hard. So yes, upcoming schedule for this week. Upcoming schedule is today is Tuesday. Thursday we have our interlude for the Lost Isle. It's one of the last interludes for the Lost Isle. We're getting near endgame. This particular interlude is going to lead into the 1950s and our mixture of sci-fi and D&D. And the next interlude will not be an interlude at all. It's actually going to be a very special one-shot led by that guy over there. Led by Mace. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But Wolfgren D&D, thank you for subscribing for 19 months. Wow.
Nice.
Buddy, your support means the world, and we love you, and we're sending hugs along the way. No, thank you, Certifiable Scribe, for all the love. So that's on Thursday. On Friday, we have a very special one-shot that is led by our own Kung Furious. I get to play in another D&D game. It must be my birthday. No, it's not. It's Magnus. But it feels like it because I get to play in another game. It's pretty high level. We get to explore Mechanus and one of the laboratories of. I'm gonna murder this name. Qualish. It's D&D lore. Qualish, yes. One of those, but it dives deep into the mad laboratories. So tune in for awesome D&D stuff on Friday night. and then we cycle back around to Tuesday.
Ooh, and keep an eye out on Saturday. We may have some cool, interesting, fun
right.
kinds of pop-up streams happening.
Indigo Chameleon and I have been invited to Busch Gardens Hollow Scream for their experience there. A special guest to report live, so we're going to do some live streaming from Hollow Scream and share a little bit of the love and share some of the food. We are very excited about the cricket tacos that they serve there.
Let me know.
Have fun, buddy.
But I think that's it for announcements. I think that's it for upcoming stuff. Does anybody have anything they want to plug? Any upcoming projects? You can check out the Wanderlust Exploration of Wild Map podcast. No? All right. Once upon a time in Wanderlust, the group has set forth to do something very nice for a group of goblins that needed some friends. And Dread, Wrath, and Beyond are missing their brother, Ampersand, who was transporting a heart and was basically mystically yeeted off of the street. The crew, through a little bit of detective work, have discovered that the last known whereabouts or kind of pinpointing where he may have disappeared away from was at a very posh-looking hotel / casino in one of the more affluent districts of the city. The group has set forth and has made their way over to said casino and has begun infiltrating it, we'll say. The group rented a room there to help with things, and now they're sort of thrust into the underbelly of the beast, as it were. And that is immediately where we're going to pick up. We would encourage you to go back and watch any of the other episodes if you would like to pick up exactly where we left off. But for tonight, we are actually going to pick up right then. So, Indigo Chameleon, Zerafina has just heard this like story going on and things of that sort. You would, where you were, I know that you were talking with the dwarven man that is there. Does Zerafina know who this is?
Who the guy? At this point, I mean, he's basically said he killed her uncle.
Correct.
So she.
He's also described himself as the king.
Yeah, and she would she have enough of a description of him to also know that he's the person who attacked Elatrion in the alley?
I'm not sure, and that's why I ask you. If you're assuming that, then that's great, and that can be something that your character.
I don't know if she would know that. Well, she saw him though. She was a part of that. No, she wasn't.
We went there.
You were
okay,
not there.
so she might not know then.
Okay.
Oh, should I roll for it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
hang on.
int?
Are you rolling a d20?
Yeah, it was a 20.
Okay.
I assumed it was going to be an int check.
Okay,
Do
give me.
you want a percentile instead?
No,
Roll
give me an int check. I'm
Okay.
fine with this.
Int is going to be. Oh, that's actually not bad. It was a 15 on the die. So, and I've got a +3, so it's an 18.
Yeah, I will say you're able to put the pieces together.
Okay.
During this conversation that is taking place, you would notice very quickly that an individual comes running over, tearing across to where Gilthar is, and gets very close to Gilthar and whispers in his ear. Gilthar perks up and looks over towards the gaming section that has the big crowd gathered around it. Without another word, Gilthar will get up from his seat and, transporting his entourage of about 10 with him as he heads over towards this crowded area.
How much of an impression would you say she's made on him? Like, would she be recognizable to him if he sees her again?
There's no way
Like,
for me
talk a
to
little
answer
bit.
that
Okay, so
question
as he
without
passes-
getting meta about it.
Okay, I want her to be recognizable to him as a fangirl if he sees her again.
Okay.
So, as he passes,
You have a couple of seconds to make a long-lasting
Yeah.
impression on this individual.
As he passes, I'm seeing if I have anything that I like a trinket or something that I could give him, like a You know, okay, I'll pull out a gold coin.
Actually, considering what happened last game, Gilthar invited Zerafina to sit on his lap while he was telling the stories.
Yep,
He did. That's right. So she would stand out a little bit. I forgot about that part.
No, she would not.
No. Okay.
Every go get.
I
Yeah, no. That's
How this dude
absolutely
rolls.
fair. Absolutely fair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to run up as he passes, and in my most charming, charismatic,
Okay.
everything that I can muster.
Hang on.
Can I get in?
Hang on.
Through the group.
Hang on.
Okay.
You see him get up.
Uh-huh.
His group goes with him, and you go running up to him.
Well, my thought is, if this is a group, an entourage that's walking with him,
Yeah.
if I'm able to kind of work my way in through the entourage.
All right. The first roll will be a dexterity check to see. Actually, give me acrobatics here as you are trying to
Okay.
maneuver your way through this particular group. Unless you have something else that you're going to do here, because you are not. There are a bunch of people
Lot of
vying to
people.
be close to
Right, okay.
the
Okay.
right-hand side of the king.
Okay. I'm using this one. This one rolls better. Ah!
Oh, no.
She says.
That is the first bad
Dun,
roll
dun,
on that one.
dun.
You get swallowed up by the crowd. You're like, I got an idea, but you're just not able to maneuver through this crowd. Of
Okay, then I'll
individuals.
stay with him for a little while longer. I want to be noticed
Okay.
before I leave.
Yeah, that's
So I'm
easy.
just gonna stay with him at the tables as part of this entourage.
All right, you
and
join
look
the.
for any opening whatsoever.
You join this small entourage of individuals that are
Crud.
that are
Okay.
making their way forward towards the tables. Let's cut back to the tables where you have sat down in the chair opposite this very corpulent man that has both a man and a woman on either side of him. The woman rubbing his shoulders. The man holding what looks to be a very large bag of winnings that he has won so far. And you just sit down at the table. The man gives you a small, polite nod as you sit down at the table, and will say in a resounding voice, "You know how the game is played."
Yeah, I know how the game is played.
And he
And I'm
will.
going to slowly stack up 50 gold pieces, 10, like a stack, 5 stacks of 10.
Okay, 5 stacks of 10.
He was holding on to Olvar previously.
I grabbed him by
correct?
the wrist and, like,
Okay.
tossed him off to the side.
Yeah.
Did you toss him in my direction?
I did.
Okay. So when I catch Olvar,
Yeah.
I pump a cure wounds.
Now, let me say this: Ulvar is in a bad way.
Oh, I know.
But he has his faculty. After the 4 points pumped into it, like he just looks like he's gone a couple rounds with Tyson. Like he. So
What
he's
he thought. What he thought.
he's down, but he's not out.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I get that.
Okay.
I would still, as I catch him, pump a cure wounds into him.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, you pump cure wounds into him.
Do I still have my ear?
You still have your hair. You're
Thank,
good to go.
Thank you so much.
It's okay, Evander. You got this.
Thanks, bud.
Another couple rounds.
Oh, I'm
Nick,
so sorry.
Nick Miles. Nick Miles, we have a D&D Beyond overlay. You'll be able to see right now the players are at level 4, but if you click on the side of the Twitch stream, you should be able to bring up the character sheets. So, all of you begin to, you have a seat. You've been thrust off to the side, pushed off to the side. Friend, what are you doing?
Just watching this going, wow,
This
this is a really bad idea.
is,
I cannot wait to watch this happen.
oh no! Do you have popcorn, miss? Or any sort of snack food?
Can I
Okay.
get some nachos?
And nachos. And a napkin.
2 cups of cheese.
You sit, you sit down on the table. You do a small pile of 50 gold.
So there you had the young woman stab herself with. I want you to throw it at me.
Huh. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. It's a good thing I'm so charismatic, you guys.
Yeah.
That's an 8.
You're asking for it, and he seems to be sort of inciting you up a little bit, studying your body. Okay. He takes 10 gold from his pile, and he will push it forward. And he will go, you said the dagger?
Yeah.
He pushes the 10 gold forward and says, catch it in your teeth.
Done.
Okay, you push 10 gold forward.
I'll push 15.
You'll push 15. Do you say anything when you push the 15?
Catch it when I throw it back.
Okay, he pushes the 5 forward. Okay. He's going to take the dagger, kind of slide it across the table towards you. He doesn't touch it, but you see the dagger from where it is on the table as he extends a hand forward.
Oh,
sort of,
and just hands crossed in front of me.
Yep, kind of slides forward across the table to in front of you. Yeah. As if he's extending you, you throw it in the air and you catch it with your teeth.
You were meant to throw it, my friend. You are afraid you cannot make this wager?
He will reach below the table, and he will take a very meaty-looking glove, and put the glove upon his right hand. Doing that, he will take the dagger with the glove, like kind of pulling it backwards. You see this invisible, you can't see it, but you sense an invisible mage hand extending forward, pulling the glove back, and taking the dagger. He flips it a couple of times to feel the weight of it, and then he is going to arc that dagger up and down so that you can grab it, hopefully, with your teeth.
Yeah, I'd like to use Intercept Missile.
Okay. Intercept Missile is done with the hands, I think, but read through it specifically for me.
Okay. So, you can use your action to deflect or catch the missile when you are hit with a ranged weapon attack. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus 8. The damage is reduced to 0 and you have a free hand. Doesn't say I have to catch it with my hand.
It doesn't. Okay. You are going to attempt to catch this with your hand.
Yeah.
So, what?
No, I'm going to try to catch it with my
teeth. But you don't need your hand. Okay. In order for this to work, you need to take damage from it.
No, I don't.
No?
For deflect missile, if I can reduce the damage to 0, I get to yeet it back at him.
Okay. I need an attack roll for this dagger. Let's try this. Hey, Arcani, what's up?
I'll let it hit.
Okay. The dagger arcs forward, and as it does, it flips through the space and seems to come in at an arc. It looks like it's going a little bit low on the chin, but you are able to kind of come forward and just clamp down with your teeth.
So with the raw dagger damage plus his strength or dex, whichever he'd prefer, I got a 10.
Okay. That... You manage to mitigate the damage. Catch it in your teeth. And throw it back.
Yep.
Okay.
I told him he had to catch it too.
Give me an attack roll.
All right. That is a 16 to hit.
16 to hit. He is going to purposely kind of make his way in front of it, and then let's see if he's able to do this. Yeah. He catches the dagger with his hand in front of them, having never specified on your end how you want him to catch it. Catches it with the gloved hand. I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Curious. Didn't actually touch me, but all right.
It did.
Touched my teeth.
That is a part of you.
All
That
right.
is
Sure, why not? 15.
15. Okay. You feel you don't feel great. You know what I mean? But it's not like it pierced the skin or anything like that. Your mouth goes a little numb. But he gives an imperceptible smile. As probably only to you would pick up on this as it you feel the sort of numbness around your mouth. Okay. As he catches the dagger, he looks up and looks behind you and cocks his head to the side. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then just turns back to you.
You see, the thing is, if I've seen how this guy plays, if I look away, he might play something. So.
It's true. You would see a very familiar face lining up behind Simon, who comes over and his eyes go wide upon seeing you. And he just sort of stands behind Simon with a group of individuals behind him, the group including that of Zerafina. As he just stands behind Simon, watching him, and as he looks over at you, he gives you like a little nod. and then he gives a like he mimes like punching himself.
I give the nod and then just immediately go back.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to try as stealthily as I can to cast message.
Yeah.
Simon.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a sleight of hand check.
That is a 22.
22. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just going to let you know that Gilther is standing behind you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The man thinks about it for a second, and he goes, he takes 20 gold, as you are given the 15 from him.
Cool.
Pushes it across the way. 20 gold as he smiles and he says, switch places.
With who?
Anyone you'd like.
There's a man behind me.
He looks and
So I stand up and I turn around and
yep. You see Gilther and he smiles at you and pushes one of his entourage into the seat.
oh, no, that's not fair. You was the one behind me, Herr Gilther.
There is a laugh from the crowd as the man across from you says, "The devil is in the details." Gilther's entourage partner looks very, very nervous. You see him to be a human who just looks very nervous as you get up out of your seat. And this man is put in the seat, and he looks over at Gilther, and Gilther just sort of smiles and nods and pats him on the shoulder. And the man gets up, and Gilther takes his seat. Poof, sits in the seat. So it's Gilther and this human man.
Wonderful to see you outside of training, Herr Gilther.
I'm sorry, have we met?
Figment of my imagination, I thought you were someone important. As I take a couple steps back.
There you go. DM inspiration for Magnoth, courtesy of
Birthday
Arkini.
inspiration.
Thank you.
Because it's your birthday. Courtesy on the birthday. We're going to mark that right there. Arkini, you're the best. Thank you so much. Yes, we will all drink to that. I thought you were somebody important.
Right now.
The room gets quiet. The gambling outside stops. The dealers have all stopped what they're doing. The blonde woman looks over towards the group. Where you're from, people alongside the walls have all just stopped.
You see, I had a wonderful partner in training when I was younger. Dwarf who looked very much like yourself. A bit more humble, I suppose. And Gilsa said he was going to go off and make something of himself, but obviously I am mistaken. We had the same teacher, Krefus. In fact, I saw him not the other day in front of the temple. I was signing up for the God's role, but obviously I have made a mistake if you do not recognize an old friend.
Gilther stands up in his chair.
Oh, good. He's on level with me now.
He's eye level. And he will tap a golden bracelet on his left hand. Okay? That's all he does is tap a golden bracelet on his left hand. Do you want to know the difference between you and I?
2.5 feet?
How we view power.
How Krefus and I viewed it was to protect those who could not protect themselves.
You spread yourself too thin. You spent so much time pushing your power outward to protect those that could not protect themselves, where meanwhile I accumulated it inward.
Selfishly.
You say selfish? And he is going to raise his left hand in the air. From wherever you are in the casino, every third person in the room raises their left hand. Dealers.
Big man across the table?
The big man across the table. Everyone in your group raises their left hand.
I will do it.
And he looks back at Zeraphine. And then looks over at you. And then puts his hand down. And then he takes that hand and puts it up and points it at you. And you see everybody, every third person in the room, point at you.
Does this mean you are buying me drinks later? I will have trust. Dankeschön.
And puts the hand back. You're funny.
Yes, but looks aren't that important, yeah?
He takes a flask out from his side and slides it across the table towards his entourage. And his entourage looks very nervous. And he goes, power. Drink this. And the guy doesn't do anything. Gilther looks at him and says, drink this. And he takes the flask and unscrews it, and you see his arm shaking. And he goes, as he's putting the flask up to his mouth. And he says, say, thank you, Simon. You see this gentleman look over at you, tears in his eyes. Thank you, Simon.
Disarming attack.
Okay. You're, yep, okay. I need, is this an attack roll?
Yeah.
Is this a...
It's an attack roll.
Yes, okay. I need an attack roll, please, for this individual.
Adjusted 20.
Adjusted 20. I'm going to say that hits without a hitch.
Okay.
This person is not anyone that has been geared up and amped up for combat.
Cool. He
Okay.
needs to make a strength save.
Strength save. 12.
Nope.
Okay.
Save was 13.
Okay.
So, flask gets knocked out of his hand. I catch it.
Okay.
Danke.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And I will pocket the flask.
Okay. You feel a hand at your shoulder. Hi. We have a strict no violence policy here.
In that
with the
case,
exception of the
to not offend
games.
any of the patrons, I would be happy to leave.
You see the blonde woman smile at you and goes, thank you ever so much. And she will just stand behind you.
Gilse, it was wonderful to see you again. I look forward to facing you as the gods brawl. Let's see which of our philosophies bear fruit. With that, turn around and head out the building.
I'm sorry.
Right.
You get to the door.
Mm-hmm.
You see Gilther is pissed. His face is red. He will walk behind you. He will leave the table, jump up from the table. You see his entourage is breathing heavily. The group kind of follows after him as Gilther, in a huff, gets up from the table and walks over to chase after Simon. Doesn't want Simon to have the last word. Are you following?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's following.
Picking up drinks on one.
Okay.
I'm staying where I am.
You're staying where you are.
You're carrying me, by the way.
Yeah.
You got 9 hit points. You can walk.
Drinking
One hand for drinks, one hand for you.
I just wonder how much gold was left behind on the table and if he left it. So
The large man, the big guy sits back down at the table.
So the gold's still there.
The
with
gold
him.
is still there with the big guy. You're gonna get to the door, that little that area that crosses over,
Yeah.
and he goes. He cried out for you. Right before I killed him.
I stopped them.
It was a bottle to the back of the head, and he wept like a child.
I put myself between the two of them.
Name.
I turn. Radiant consumption.
Okay. You start.
Like, it's not even. It's not even a.
It's not even
thing.
okay. Supernova. The light starts pouring off of Simon like it's the 4th of July, and he just lit up the night sky as this light seems to affect everybody that's close by. You're gonna take damage.
Yep.
Sarah's.
Anybody within 10 feet of me.
Is it Sarah or Zara? I just need to know.
You're
Nature
drunk.
of
There is
Tracy's
no-
character.
They're taking damage either way, so it doesn't
No,
really
if
matter.
Sarah takes damage, I don't. I'm Sarah currently.
Yeah.
Although
But
at
she
the,
does have to mark that damage for later.
At
next
the
time she's
library.
deciding to face
Celia does take damage, and she needs to. Celia takes a little bit of damage from this radiant consumption, and you see standing where Celia was a elven woman, young, doesn't look anything like Celia. She takes that damage, and then very quickly is going to reignite that disguise self spell. Like it's just gonna. It's enough to have her drop it. Yes.
I know I stayed back, but did I see that?
Yeah, you did.
You saw a
Cool.
supernova in the lobby, yeah.
Did we all
Just
saw?
want to make sure.
Everybody in the
Okay.
casino sees
Okay.
this. As every Celia in the casino begins to walk forward towards where the glowing man is. Currently, it's Alatrion interposing himself between Simon. How much damage is it for everybody? 4 points of damage. And as soon as you ignite, Gilther's won.
I leaned out to Gilther.
You
There is a
You
knee in your
cannot.
way.
That's fine. I will
there's-
lean over your dang shoulder.
There's an
6'6".
there's
I'll
an-
lean around your elbow.
There's an Alatrion who's standing in the way, and then there's also Celia's that are forming. So you make eye contact.
Yeah.
I'll say this.
I would break you in the God's brawl. I will find you broken and weeping, begging for my mercy. In the God's brawl, you will admit that you murdered a good man, a decent man. And then we'll see how smug you are. And I turn and I walk out.
He turns back to look at his entourage and he says, "Power.
On the way out.
Some people have it.
And
Some-
you don't.
Some people can't control it. Power."
Was I close enough to hear what he said and smart enough to put together that he killed Crephus?
Sure. Okay. He will smile and he like waits for a moment and then his group burst into laughter as he kind of gives him the cue of like, that was my line, that was my, and the crew, Gilther, yes, and they start clapping and it's just this. You realize that they have just been witness to another one of Gilther's stories, and he will start heading back towards that back little section.
Was there any kind of fear in his eyes when I lit up?
Give me an insight check.
Cool. Ooh, that's actually not bad. 23.
Nope.
Fine.
As he passes me,
You're just standing there making sure he doesn't come back in?
I mean, I would have followed him out because I don't want to deal with him.
Yeah.
So they both left?
They left.
Crud.
yeah.
as he passes me, I'm going to mutter Edrom, which is light in Gaelic, and cast Word of Radiance.
On who? On him?
As he passes me, I'm going to mutter
Gilther?
Edrom. Yes.
You're going to wait to attack him. Okay?
So many death
Got it.
saves.
Got it. Tell me about Word of Radiance.
You utter a divine word.
Okay?
A burning radiance erupts from you.
Okay?
Each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage.
Okay. There's going to be a lot of people
That I choose.
that you choose. You're just doing it to him?
I just realized that he killed Crephus. Yes.
You watch as Aelin turns. For anybody that's paying attention, as Simon walks out and Alatrion walks out, Gilther was going to walk past you, and you mutter a word of radiance, which is obvious that it's coming from you. One of the Celias after this is this is going to hurt Gilther. He fails to save, and you see him recoil a little bit as one of the Celias walks forward and shoves a hand at your neck. That's when she's going to drop the spell that's holding her, and you will see a large half-orc that has their hand around Aelin's neck. Okay? How much damage is it?
It was only 2 points. Well, yeah.
Okay? Aelin. 17 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
Okay? You see this hand clamp around Aylin's throat for everybody that's still in the room, which is Dev, Zerafina, and Ulvar. Where Celia was is now a half-orc that's grabbing you around the neck and looks over towards where Gilthur is. And Gilthur walks over. Okay? This is going to be a grapple against you, pal. Bring up the stats.
Athletics or acrobatics?
You give me athletics or acrobatics. Nope. You are held in place.
Yep.
You watch as this hand grabs and Gilthur walks over to you and goes, "You one of his?"
You're a murderer.
I know. Let's do this like we do in the arena.
So you cheat?
He puts a thumb up and looks at the half-orc, and the half-orc just smiles. And he looks at the crowd, and he gives a, and then gives one of these. He goes,
Which hand is he using?
right hand. By a round of applause, kids. And puts the thumb at the halfway point.
Wait, which hand did he touch earlier? Is that the one with the bracelet?
Yeah. You are being held 10 feet back from this individual.
Right, but I can still see that.
You can still see him. Yeah.
Use your other hand.
All right, let's do this. Punch to the solar plexus with a nat 20. From the half-orc. 13 points of damage, Aelin.
Got it.
Punch to the gut. Adults are talking now.
Do I still hear Gilthur from outside?
You are pushed. It depends on how far back you are.
I got outside and I'm
standing
outside.
You don't hear him. You are outside of this. He goes, "Round of applause, kids. What are we doing?" And the crowd is just kind of looking at him, and then one guy starts clapping, and you see Gilthur like start to put the thumb up a little bit, like this, like he's trying to do this. And then you hear somebody go, "Boo!" And then the thumb starts to waver, and the audience gets it. And so some people start clapping to move the thumb back up like this.
Can I still speak?
Yeah.
It's by round of applause.
Yeah.
I cast silence.
Okay. 25 to hit.
25 hits.
Yep. Another punch to the solar plexus. 7 points of damage. Give me a concentration check on the silence.
Okay, let me put that damage in. Give me 1 second here. Shit. Concentration check, you said?
Yep. I'm playing fast and loose, kids. If anybody wants to do anything, now's the time to do it.
The concentration check was... it's a constitution.
Save.
It's a... I get advantage, but it was a 14.
Okay.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, looking for a 10. Yeah, you maintain silence. Okay?
Ulver's gonna walk over there. He's just gonna happen to walk by a table and just spill himself with some alcohol and start acting real drunk.
Okay. Nobody hears it.
Can I?
But he wants to talk to the main dude.
There's a dude holding him by the neck.
Don't have this.
Yep.
Okay, I want to try again to get my way through this crowd and get.
Give me an acrobatics at advantage.
One was a 2, and the other was a nat 20.
Everybody's paying attention to whether this guy's going to live or die or not, and he's just cast silence. Okay?
So I'm going to go up with the gold and look as, I don't know, sweet and alluring as possible. God. I know this is going to be deception all over the place, and I'm going to say...
Doesn't matter what you say.
Nobody hears anything you
God,
say.
silence right now.
And you see Gilthur looking around, and he's like,
Crap, I forgot about silence.
Ulver's gonna do a big gesture, just like he can't hear it, but
he
it's
purposely ignores you.
Of course he does.
Okay?
Can I just hold up the coin and pout a little bit and look back at the table, like pointing at the pile of gold he left on the table,
Okay.
and put my thumb down.
Wrong
I'm gonna try to
interpretation.
talk like I've got all this like charisma talk. And
Are
I
you
can't do
standing
anything right
near
now.
me?
I'm close to him.
Can I see you?
Uber right on a
Hang
cocktail
on,
napkin.
hang on. Another punch to the solar plexus.
I didn't say anything.
I
You
understand that. 7 points of damage. Give me another concentration check.
$18.
18. Silence is still up. You do the gold, and you point towards the table, like referencing the gold.
Yeah.
Okay?
I can't persuade him. I can't.
If I can see this happening, I'll drop silence.
Okay. Silence is dropped. Everybody roll initiative for me, because things are about to break bad really quickly.
That was a nat 20, friends. Oh my gosh.
God.
No, that was terrible.
Okay? 20 to 25.
Nat
20.
Roll up.
Not nat.
Ulvar, Aelin. Where's my half-orc? Where's Guildford?
God, this is going to be a big pull.
20 to 15?
15.
Okay. 15 to 10? 10 to 5?
7.
Minutes in heaven. I got
5 to 1.
Rip.
Okay. We're going to kick things off with a, as the silence drops, Ulvar.
And I'm going to just look to, what's the name? Big guy.
Gulthar?
Go there.
Gilthar?
Is it not best and in good faith in combat to wait for the gods, brother, and ruin all of this now? You seem to be a man of sport.
He stops. And hears you. You doing anything else?
I'm gonna cast. I'm casting Cure
Hey
Wounds
man,
on
are you
my-
sure about this? You're casting Cure Wounds on yourself?
Yeah, I'm just gonna fade back and just
roll healing.
Um,
Aelin, would you permit him to say something ahead of time?
Would I
For your
permit-
turn. Gilthar.
Who?
It's a
Gilthar?
little out of initiative order.
okay, 2.
Yeah, I would let him speak.
Okay, great. D8 plus 2.
I mean,
So
I
it's-
can't
it's
stop him. I'm
4
currently
points.
held in the air by a half-orc.
It's 4 points of
4 points of
healing.
healing. Sir, are you signed up for the God's Roll?
Oh shit! I'm so sorry.
Not yet.
Okay. Aelin, it's your turn.
How much is entry fee?
Is that all you're doing with your turn?
Anything else would be seen as an attack, no matter what I did. So yeah.
Okay. The half-orc will take a second as he's holding him up with one hand and maintaining that grip. He is going to reach at his side and pull out a nasty-looking short sword from the side. And he has no eyes for anybody else in this room but Gilthar, and he's got this just sort of, this is a person who enjoys inflicting pain. And I need everybody who's in the room to give me an insight check.
16.
16. 4.
Also
4.
16.
16. My two 16s, he's looking at Gilthar and you're thinking, oh, he's taking orders. He's looking at him as a disciple. Gilthar's not building an entourage. Gilthar's doing what Grievous did. He's building a following.
Yeah.
And he's looking at him with this smile, and Gilthar's just thumb up. Okay? He pulls the short sword out and looks to Gilthar with anticipation. Simon, you're outside?
Like, I don't know any of this is going on.
Don't know anything that's going on. Elatrion, you're outside?
I was gonna drop radiant consumption, but okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Dev.
Already to me?
Yep.
Wow. This is boring. And that's it. Just
Okay.
like from the back of the room, just like.
Jeffrey.
I'm already holding up the coin. I'm saying, listen, blood is gross and it makes me vomit. And so maybe you could take my father's lucky coin, and I bet you could win a lot over there if you just stop beating the man up. And I'm going to put as much persuasion into as I can, but I know there's also deception in there too, so I don't know which I'm supposed to roll.
I'll let you pick.
Okay. 7 and persuade. Okay, so we'll go with deception.
Okay.
Oh, and I've got an extra +3 because that circlet. Okay, I rolled a 19 on the die. I have a +7 to deception, and I have a +3 because of that circlet, so that's a 29.
Okay. He stops. He looks over at you. And he holds out a hand for the coin.
I hand it to him.
And he takes it. And he
And
goes,
I want to cast guidance on whatever like his next roll is at the table. Like that's my goal is to like
Sure.
have it be a really lucky roll for him.
You place your hand upon him and you kind of give him guidance, and he feels the transference of magical energy. And he goes, the lady's right. We've had enough violence here today. Take him out back. Kill him. The ogre half-orc smiles big. He smiles real big, and he still got Aelin by the back of the throat, and he smiles at you, and he extends a hand to lead you back over to the tables. Aelin, you are going to be led and pulled by this guy who's kind of holding you by your neck on your next turn. So Ulvar, you heard the words that were said. The half-orc is going to smile real big.
Is there any central like power source for like the? I'm looking for like a box that controls all the lighting.
None that you see. Give me a perception check.
12.
12.
Then if
You're
that,
a little blinded by what's happening in front of you. It's hard to locate any sort of. I don't think you would be able to locate a power source here. It looks to be like arcane
Sure.
and stuff like that.
So that lens I have to like gives me like shows me like where hidden exits are and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna follow close behind. I'm just gonna put that lens to my eye and just.
Your
start.
plan is to hold your turn and follow close behind. When this
Yes.
guy leaves, you're gonna follow close behind.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Aelin.
We're still inside?
Yeah, still inside. It's not the half-orc's turn.
You can attempt to break.
Yeah.
So dead.
You use your action to do an acrobatics or athletics check to break the grapple.
I'm gonna try that first.
Okay.
Try to break the grapple.
Well, hang on. That's
Okay.
your turn.
Well, yeah.
If you
And then I can speak if I break the grapple.
You can speak as a free action, yes.
16 acrobatics.
16 acrobatics. Okay.
Would this be something I can assist with? Assuming like I can just like topple on this guy's heels.
You could have, should you have said, I'm going to run forward, I'm going to help him, I'm going to assist him. You held your action to wait to follow behind this dude. Pal, I got to go with the dice.
That's fine.
You don't break through. This
Okay.
dude is just...
So I don't break the grapple.
Yep, but you can still
I
speak.
say out loud, wouldn't you rather kill me yourself? In front of an audience? Crephus was my tutor.
That'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah.
He stops. He's going to pivot. He'll turn. And he's going to say, he's going to make one motion. He's just going to go like this. Almost like you're giving somebody a little tap, and the pressure around your neck releases as you hit the ground. And he takes off some of the jewelry he's wearing, puts it down on the ground. holds a hand outward, grabs a trident, starts pushing people back a little bit from the space. You see immediately the casino dealers pick up the tables, start pushing things back. You see individuals start like moving backwards.
Is there anybody hitting out of the casino going, hey guys, there's a fight?
There's a fight. In the
Okay,
casino.
immediately.
Yeah, you walk up to the front door and you would see Celia, the blonde woman who saw you out. Go, hi, can I help you?
Yeah, apparently there's some violence going on back there.
Yes, there is.
You kicked me out for that.
It's true.
I'm going to juke past her. I'm going to try to juke past her.
Okay, you can do that certainly on your turn.
Cool.
As the half-orc releases, you to the ground, and you see him start to push people backwards. The half-orc is going to do his best to do a little bit of crowd control, like pushing people back, pushing them backwards, clearing out the space a little bit, and looking with eager anticipation. Simon, it is now your turn. How are you going to juke past her as you hear the scuttlings that there is a fight going on?
Acrobatics and tumble past her.
Acrobatics and tumble past. Okay. You are outside of the building, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So
are there pillars on this building?
There are pillars on this
I would like to jump off a pillar and over her head.
Sure. You jump off a pillar over her head. I'm going to say that this is at least your bonus action.
That's cool.
To be able to do this.
That's fine.
And you manage to boom, 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 jump past her. Okay. And she makes one grab towards you and then does not make any moves. She turns back to look out in front of her.
Okay.
Okay.
I see this crowd. I approach this crowd.
Okay. You walk into the main building. So you have the check-in desk. You have the little restaurant area. And as you walk past to go into this area, you would see a few individuals start to come forward from this spot, almost as if they've been alerted to this situation. You would see, give me a D10.
Cool. 3.
You would at least 3 Celias. The blonde woman making their way forward to intercept you before you can enter past this entryway and into the main space. As they all sort of stop and smile and give you the same look on their face. Hi, we can't let you into this room.
I need to collect my friends.
You will be able to.
No.
They do not move from the space. It is a line of 3 of them at the moment.
Cool.
Okay.
That's fine. Let's see. Moving past them would be considered difficult terrain. I'm going to move and action dash to get past them.
Okay. I need. You know what? Let's roll initiative for the Celias. Let's say I'll use all 3 of them as a unit. Give me another initiative roll.
All right. 22.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. So you're going to action dash, move past them.
Yes.
You are going to take an attack of opportunity.
Fine.
Okay. Let's say this. 16 to hit.
Miss.
Okay.
Anything that Gilther learned from Kreefus, you see that echoed in my movements as I get past them.
Yeah. You move past and you start to see a big circular space. I'm going to say you get right up into the entryway.
80 feet of movement, buddy.
Okay. All right. I will say you make it into the space. Do not taunt the DM, for you are squishy. I know emotions are high right now, but I'm trying to balance every party member.
My backstory.
Okay, I know. It's your backstory, but he's the one who poked the bear. Okay, so you make your way over into the space, and he's the one that attacked Gilther in the open here. Okay, and you don't know any of this. You just know that there's a fight going on.
Correct.
Okay, so you make your way over to the space. I'm going to say you get, with your 80 feet of movement, you make your way back into the casino, where you see now 10 of the disciples of Gilther turn around and look at you with an odd and confused look on their face. Okay, I'm going to say that is the end of your turn. Fine. It's a lot of movement
That's
and
fine.
a lot of actions. Okay,
that's fine.
All right, we cut to Elatria.
I'm going to follow inside.
I'm pretty sure you will. I will say that the path is cleared and you will follow inside to this scene in front of you. Okay? Right now you see 10 disciples of Gilther, and you see some very intense-looking Celias who have stopped moving altogether and have all closed their eyes. The woman at the front has her eyes closed, and it looks like she's muttering under her breath. The 3 that he maneuvered past have their eyes closed, and they are muttering under their breath. And
Do I have any familiarity with what they're muttering?
Arcana check.
12.
Okay. How about this, pal? How close do you want to get to them? If you're moving past them, this is a moment in passing. If you want to stop and plant yourself next to them and try to listen into what they are doing, that is a different story.
Sure.
Okay?
If I've noticed that they're about to do something, I feel like it's going to be real bad.
It's hard to catch a few words. The only words that you are able to catch as you get very close as they are whispering. They pay no attention to you, but the words Clovis Concord are uttered under their breath.
We're about to be real screwed. Alright. I can see everybody?
See everybody.
Cool. I'm gonna start firing off a message.
Okay, who are you gonna hit first?
Start with... We'll start with Aelin.
Okay.
Tell him as soon as you see an out, we gotta get out of here.
Okay, this is the message you hear. Okay, I will say that give me a perception check as a free action.
Perception 19.
Okay, Latrion's by the door. Simon looks angrier than you've ever seen him look in his entire life, and you don't know how, but he's made his way back inside. You see the two of them, and you know the rest of the party is here, but you are currently embroiled in the circle of individuals that are crowding around to make a little fight circle. Right now, Gilther is holding a trident, and it looks to be he's taking some sort of net out from his bag to the side of him. Okay? Deb.
How close am I to everything?
How close are you to everything?
I would have.
I had you
I wouldn't
fairly
have-
separate from this. Boo,
So
yelling
what
from the
distance
back.
would that be?
Yeah. 40 feet?
Okay.
Boo, this is boring.
So the lobby would be, I have to go around it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll use my movement and my action to get to the lobby.
You're in the lobby. Okay, you doing anything else?
No.
Zeraphine.
One last ditch effort. I'm gonna look at him and say, because I'm right next to him anyway, and say, please don't hurt him. Can't you see he's simple and sad because his friend died?
Okay. He stops. And he nods. And he takes the gold, and he's going to put it back down on the ground. And you see quiet acknowledgement as he looks over at you and he sort of nods. And he just sort of gives you one of these.
To move away. You put the gold on the ground?
Put the gold on the ground. Okay. It is his turn. He looks at you, and before he does anything, he says, "Do you have a weapon?"
I mean, my weapon's visible on my back.
It's not what he asked. He asked if you have a weapon. And he just kind of waits for an answer.
I'll pull out my staff.
Staff of bird calls. Cool. Pull out the staff. The people have left the games. The dealers are starting to stay at their seats and look forward. You would notice at this point, Dev, you would notice this. Give me a free perception check.
Perception, you said?
Yes.
That is going to be a 19.
Every Celia in the vicinity has moved behind the desk. Every Celia has moved in and has moved behind the big marble desk at the very front of this. Okay? He is going to look at you and bow just a tiny little bit. Looks like a courtesy as he kind of like bows down like this. And he is going to hold his trident up. He's going to walk forward, and he's going to bare his chest, as if to say, take the first hit. We now go back to the top of the initiative order. I'm going to paint the scene. You are 20 feet away from this big circle. It's going to be difficult terrain to move past these individuals. You don't know who's part of Gilther's crew other than the 10 that are wearing the gold and blue. Okay? I will say you see enough, and you are tall enough to see exactly how this scene is playing out. A somewhat bent over from the punches of the solar plexus, Aelin is at the center of the circle. You are inside.
Yeah.
I think you got swept up in it.
Yeah.
You're inside. You're close. The circle, we'll say, is about. Hang on. Let me roll a d4. It's not that deep.
Okay.
Two people deep.
So
outward ring of people, inward ring of people. You're in the inward ring. You're in his side of the circle.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So I could get close enough to Aelin as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Ulvar.
Yep. So Ulvar's gonna run to Aelin and he's gonna grab him by the back of the neck and just kind of like rather the back of the neck, and he's gonna cast Cure Wounds on on Aelin.
Okay.
Well, that's not much, buddy, but three's gonna have to do it.
3 points.
Yeah. If we go down to the meat halls today, at least I'll be going down with battle with you. But do not make any more stupid decisions. And he's gonna impose himself between him and the big baddie. He's just gonna stand there, just like his hands are up. Just he's not gonna be looking. He's just gonna be putting his hands up and looking down at the ground.
Got it. Aelin.
What birds have I seen in this area?
I like this question.
This was the tension. This
tension in this area.
Exotic parrot that's over in the corner on display.
Did I see fat penguins?
You have currently not seen any birds in the casino.
Well, no, not in the casino. In the area.
What kind of casino is this?
What kind of casino doesn't have birds?
At least bird feathers.
Dear sir or madam, to whom it may concern, your casino was birdless. Good day.
1 star.
I just want to point out that there are shows, and
the
these shows
showgirls.
usually have birds.
I want their headdresses to come to
I haven't
life
seen the
and
shows, but I've
start
seen the
flapping.
posters.
Your DM wrote forth a burlesque show that was going to happen. There's a whole thing. You did not wait to see that show.
No.
You do. You have no idea. Give me either a nature check or an animal handling check.
Okay. I said in the area, not in the casino, just to point that out. Yet
Okay.
again.
Smashing against the wall.
However,
of the casino.
that was a 17.
You've seen your fair share of ravens and things of that sort. You have seen a very disgruntled-looking owl that looks like he was
one
on
that
the
I
end of his day.
summoned previously.
Like
Right.
you remembered seeing this. You've seen a few hawks above, but you have not seagulls. Of course, we're chock-a-block with seagulls.
Got
Thank
it.
you, Alfred Hitchcock.
Got it.
Send the seagulls.
Okay.
Steal your food.
That's all I've got, you guys. I'm gonna use the staff of bird calls to try to swarm the area with seagulls to give me enough cover to run.
Okay. What is the range of your staff?
It's a goal screen.
Well, it says it creates a sound
Okay.
with a range of 60 feet.
Okay.
But we had slightly modified this to summon a flock.
And though any bird that can hear it comes into the area.
Got it. You said chock-a-block with seagull.
Port Damali, yes, has its fair share. Being a port town, has a bunch of them. So I will say you, in a odd move, Ulvar interposes himself between you and Gilther bares his chest for the first blow to hit, and there is a sound of from the staff. And everybody in the casino cocks their head slightly to the left a little bit.
When that cock happens?
Hitchcock happens.
Yes. Do I see any birds, or is there just like a slight distraction?
You currently do not see any birds within the interior building of the casino.
It would take them time to get there, even if they could get in.
You imagine it might take more than 6 seconds.
Yep. Okay. Well, I've enjoyed playing with you guys. It's been a great experience. I'm gonna hold Shield of Faith, just in
What are you holding for?
if he attacks me. I'm not.
If he
gonna-
attacks you, you're going to wait till after the attack and then cast Shield of Faith on yourself.
It's a bonus action, so I can use it. It's
Sure.
not. I can't use it as a reaction.
Let me ask you now. Would you like to cast Shield of Faith on
Yes,
yourself?
I will cast Shield of Faith.
That's a great idea. You
On
cast
myself.
Shield of Faith on yourself as a shimmering field of energy encompasses you for a second. The half-orc, during this time, will let forth a huge sigh and come forward and punch Ulvar square upside the head because he's in the way of the fight. Ulvar, 26 to hit.
That does some stuff.
8 points of damage.
Word.
Okay.
Still good.
Bam! Just smack in the head. Okay? That is his turn. Simon, this is the scene that you see before you. Somebody's going to die. Somebody's going to die here today. You are a warrior. You and Elantrion would have would have the closest concept of like this just broke bad.
Yeah. Can't stop Gilther. I can't. I could try, but that'd just mean more people dying. Just all my tricks. Alright. I will grab Ulvar and pull him away.
Okay. You walk towards the circle. I think people will let you through because they know you're coming to get your buddy, and you feel like a hand around the back. Pull you back. Do you stay within the circle?
Yeah.
Okay. You kind of pull. He pulls you back. Do you let him?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Pulls you back. Latrion.
I saw this orc punch him.
Yeah. You got in the way of the fight.
How far away?
I will give you. You were 20 feet away, difficult terrain. It would take all of your movement to make your way.
Not where I asked. How far is it? Is it 120 feet or less?
It's 120 feet or less.
Okay, I'm going to cast message at the orc.
Okay.
I'm going to say Hagar Groom, which is Orcish for the Curse of Ruin. And I'm going to say, so you have let this man turn you back to the ruin.
He has no idea of knowing where that message came from.
Nope. He knows he committed an act of violence and then heard that.
Okay. The half-orc looks up and looks up towards the ceiling as if he's going, God? You know, like he's
Is that you, God? It's me.
It's me, Grognar. Right here. This is the scene from Real Genius where they're talking again. Yeah, okay. Is that your turn?
I'm going to manifest Marcus behind me.
Okay. Marcus comes behind you and he's smiling, and then he looks at the scene, and then he stops smiling. Okay.
That's it.
Dev.
For the room that Aelin got, he's only got the key to it, right?
Yeah.
Or we didn't all get keys.
No, you didn't all get keys. Hey, Action Sturge!
Cool. I'm going to just hang out by the lobby counter where all the Celias are just bunched up.
Cool. you would see a very fast-looking someone who comes running into the space. He's coming. He's panting, and he's breathing heavily. And he comes over to the counter. He's wearing the signature uniform of the Clovis Concord, and he goes, "Yes, lady, what is the bidding?" And Celia goes, "There's a disturbance in the lobby. We're going to need someone to take care of it. We count 4 or 5. There will need to be a cleanup crew outside as well." And he nods his head, and Celia will reach under the counter and put what looks to be a modest-sized bag of gold on the counter. He will nod his head, grab the gold, and run back out the door.
Cool. And then everyone else is inside.
Correct. You have no idea what's going on inside.
Shoot. I'm going to leave the building.
Okay.
And then if I'm outside, out of view of anyone, can I see if there's anyone like around?
Perception check?
Yeah. Perception, that'll be a 16.
You're in a bad spot of town to find a quiet space. You are in front of a casino that has now turned into fight night at the casino. So people are running out to say, "Broham, there's a fight going on. Some dude's about to beef it in the casino."
But no one that's like
nobody
keeping
that's
a
paying
lookout.
attention to you.
Okay, I'm gonna.
You'd see a group. What did you roll in your perception?
16.
Down the street a ways, you would see a flank of 5 or 6 individuals with a person at the very front of them who looks oddly familiar. A captain of the Clovis Concord.
Okay. I'm going to. If I am. Is there a way I can get out of view of that group?
Yeah, give me a stealth check. And that's going to be the end of your turn.
Okay. 7.
You run out, after having listened, run out, try to find a spot, and you think you found a spot behind a row of columns that you think might protect you from sight.
Gotcha.
It's going to be the end of your turn. Serafina.
All right, this is going to take a big old deception roll.
Okay.
My plan is a la Pocahontas, like straight up scene.
Father,
I'm going to say, "Poor little elf man," and I'm going to run up, and you know, like every story of Pocahontas and John Smith where she like throws himself on top of him, and I want to cast invisibility on him and say, "Run," and then flip up to go, "Oh, where'd he go?" Like I'm surprised.
Okay.
So that's a huge old deception.
Huge old deception at disadvantage because you're
figured
still on the form of
I know,
him.
I know. Well, no, because I have plenty to roll off so that he can run.
Oh, okay, so let's do 3 separate
Oops-a-doodle.
rolls then.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh,
You
crap.
run forward.
Okay.
You go, "Poor little elf man." Give me a deception check because you're trying to see if nobody noticed that you know him. It's obvious that you're sticking up for this person.
It's kind of cruddy. It's a 12.
Okay. Then you cast invisibility.
Actually, wait. Yeah, it's a 12.
Are there any verbal components to invisibility or somatic components to invisibility?
There are. Yep.
Okay. You start casting
I'm soft.
a spell.
I mean, I'm right over him, but
I-
somebody might hear me. Yeah.
Okay.
So is that like a stealth? Or
Give
what
me
is it?
give me an acrobatics check now as you attempt to land on him and roll off.
I have a +0 to that. That's a 5.
5. Okay. And then give me another deception check. Where did he go?
Rolled so well thus far. That was good. That was a 29.
Okay.
Oh god.
Okay. He looks over at you and he raises an eyebrow and then Aelin vanishes. Just gone. Disappeared from the space and he goes, "Pity." 19 to hit.
Crap. Yep, that hits.
Yep. Okay. The first thing that happens is the trident ignites. with electricity. You see a strong current start entering in, and the trident starts humming very loudly as you see little arcs of electricity pass down Gilther's arm and just start causing the arcs of electricity on the two tips of the trident. So from the middle to the left, middle to the right, there's this zzz, 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 that jumps as he takes the trident and he walks forward and stabs it into Zeraphina.
Ow.
Okay? Zeraphina, 8, 19, 24 points of damage.
Crap. Yep,
Okay, that's the first attack.
that's the first attack.
Oh, jeebers.
16 to hit.
Yep.
Ten piercing.
Yep, I'm out. I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's gonna walk over to her and hold the trident up. Okay, as Zeraphina just goes. Okay, and he holds the trident up. And with his words, he's going to say, "One of yours?"
You want to kill me?
I want you to beg.
You want me to beg?
She will die. I want you to hit your knees and beg me to spare her life.
I will walk right up to him. I'll look him dead in the eye. Every ounce of hatred I feel for this man.
He comes down.
I hit my knees.
Okay.
I put my hands down. My forehead touches the ground.
Okay.
Kiss her, please. Spare her. Spare my friends.
Uvar, you doing anything?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's just
no. He's got you. Who's holding
I
you
had
back?
him.
He held you back, and
But
I was like,
yeah, but you dropped to your knees, so you're no
Yep.
longer holding me anymore.
Yeah.
So he's just getting as close.
You, buddy. Okay, you're getting close. You're not casting anything, right?
No.
He's holding this up to like Zeraphina's neck.
I'm making no threatening motion. It's just like please, like
Please.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Aelin,
I'm in this.
Aelin, you doing anything invisible?
He's not invisible when Zera hit 0.
Yeah, that's true. Aelin's back in the space. Aelin, you doing anything?
Is she still touching me?
No.
No, I rolled
She's
off
unconscious.
so she could run.
You see these little sparks of electricity that are causing the hair on his arms to stand up as this thing is almost like touching her throat. And right now, Simon is on his knees begging.
I'll kneel next to Simon and put my head down on the ground.
Okay.
And is there... So I need to ask this because what started all this was me not understanding the way something worked.
Okay. You hit the ground.
Right.
Put your
I
hand-
want to ask about Spare the Dying.
Okay.
It is touch only. There is no verbal component. There is nothing in it.
It's just somatic.
It is just... Oh, wait, it says verbal and somatic. I'm sorry. Never mind.
And that's why we clarify.
I put my face on the ground next to Simon.
Okay. The half-orc, on his turn, will hit his knees and put his face on the ground. When he does that, other members in the room will start to copy the move that was done by Simon, copy the move that was done by Aelin, and start to kneel on the ground and put their forehead touching the ground. That is what the half-orc is going to do. Simon, do you do anything on your turn?
No.
Alatrian.
I continue.
Yeah.
I will mimic everybody else.
Okay. Dev.
Okay, if I think I'm hidden.
Yeah.
Like I can tell there's a barrier. Like I might not be hidden well, but I know there's a barrier between me and the people coming.
Yeah.
How far away are they?
30 feet now.
30 feet?
They're rushing forward as fast as they can towards the casino.
I'm gonna alter self into Celia.
Okay.
And use my shift weave to mimic her clothing.
Okay.
And I believe that also changes my voice as well, so I can mimic her.
Alter self?
Alter self.
Okay.
Decide what you look like, sound of your voice.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to them calmly, kind of as she would. They're around back. Can you please hurry?
Deception check at advantage.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I say it before I roll the dice. Nat 20.
My man.
Let's go.
There is no rush in the casino. This way, quickly, please. And they all start heading towards the back.
And then I am leaving the place. Just going as far as I can away from the place.
Okay, walking away. Serafina, give me a death save.
11.
Okay, it's a success. He just looks happy.
I can't tell. I'm not looking at him.
You can't look at him, but he just looks happy. And he smiles a little bit, and you feel a soft pat on your head as he says, "Good dog." He will bring the trident up, look at the girl, and turn off the electricity. He'll put the trident behind his back. Power. Some people have it. Some people don't. And you don't have it.
You all right? You all right?
And he will walk over towards the corner, snap his fingers, and just as quickly as the scene manifested, it's done. People start going back, the dealers start moving the tables back into position. Gilther's like, "Let me tell you about another time where I extended my mercies outward to the world, making me the greatest gladiator," and he just walks over to the back corner as if this is a normal, average, everyday occurrence.
Motion to Aelin and Ulvar to help me.
Ulvar's
get
picking
Sarah
You
her
are
up.
currently out of combat.
Still making death saves.
No, I'll immediately reach down and spare the dying.
Okay.
I will rush to them and be like, "We have to go.
Yeah.
Clovis Concord is coming. We've got to get out of here."
Yeah. All right.
Now.
All right. Let's go.
Go. Okay. Everybody's up.
I'm turning into a human male.
Human male. You
so
get to a certain distance away. As
that I'm
everybody
not silly
gets
up
up
or-
and picks you up, you are no longer making death saving throws.
Is that just stabilized like at 1?
What was
or is that-
cast?
What was
Spare the
cast?
dying.
Spare the dying?
I
No.
cast Spare the Dying.
She is not up. Somebody's
No.
going to have to carry her out of this
Yeah,
space.
that's what I was like. If I can carry her, then I can at least do like cure wounds on her on like
Yeah, roll cure wounds. How many spell slots you got, boy?
3, and I've one for myself,
Here.
one for him, and one
Here. I can cast Cure Wounds instead.
All right, she walks out of her own volition, just as a
That
group
was
of
pretty good. That was 10.
10?
just as a group of Clovis Concord
That was my best one.
guards come in through the back door of the casino. All of you come in, start walking out the front. As Celia comes out from behind the desk and stands there, all smiles, all heart, and says, "Thank you for coming. Have a nice night."
Just ushering them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usher it out.
We're heading back. I'm heading back to
Yeah.
the Cedar Hearth.
Yep. Everybody starts walking back to the Cedar Hearth and home. Do you catch up with the group at a certain
I
point?
am not
No.
going to meet up with them. I'm going to go to the Cedar Hearth and Home and
Okay.
wait there for them.
Wait there for them. Okay. Everybody heads back to the Cedar Hearth and home.
Well, that went to shit.
A couple of things I'd like to point out really quickly. Gambling is not as I thought it would be. That was a bastard's call. And secondly, how many of us does it take to die nearly tonight in order to give this foolishness of... And he's not going to finish the sentence. He's just going to be so irate.
Are we all in the same room?
Yeah.
Everybody's in the same room. Okay.
Yeah.
We're at the... Okay.
Are we all going back? Like, have we gotten back?
You're all back.
Yeah.
How on earth are you guys all alive?
We didn't run.
I threw my
No.
trite.
You're right, we
Divinity.
almost died.
Mine. I gave my pride. He feeds on it. My pride means nothing in exchange for the life of a friend.
But it is your pride that will be what will be used against you in the gods' world, is it not?
Ulva, have you lost someone dear to you? Huh?
More than you will ever know.
And if you found the person who was responsible for their death, what would you do?
That is the difference.
What would you do?
The difference between a hunter and a person who gives in is a person who is a hunter understands the entire picture.
I don't recall picking a fight with you.
I'm sorry.
No, it was all of us. It was not just
No,
you.
it was me. I did that.
But we are out of it.
You wish to air your grievances with me, fine.
It has nothing to do with it. We are alive.
Yeah,
Period.
and why are you bringing it up then?
It seems that though we could all use a good night's rest.
Fine.
We are glad that Sarah is with us, yes. And that you were not injured any more than you were. And that Ellen...
We walked away alive. We should be grateful for that.
And it was by great divinity in every manner that we are all here. Let us rest.
Simon?
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna train Dev.
Yeah.
Can you teach me?
Just nod. Walk into my room. And I'm putting the holy symbol from my neck on Ulvar's bed.
Yeah.
There's your divinity.
Ufer's going to the temple. He's crushing some iron.
Yeah. You go.
That's a weird euphemism, bro.
Yeah,
There's an 80s montage that happens as you just spend some time working at the temple. The dwarven man who runs it is going to say something very snarky to you as you walk in, but he sees the look on your eyes and he just hands you a hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just.
All right. What are you doing?
How far is the temple?
Not too far. 10, 15 minute walk.
What part
I
of
would
town?
recommend a rest, but
Yeah.
you all are.
4 hours though.
You're at the temple, bro.
You're at the
Wrap,
temple.
I'm saying
you
you
aren't Broham. You picked a fight, and then you were like, you only have to rest 4 hours. So you have
do.
no excuse. You left by yourself
This is
to
true.
go walk somewhere.
This is true.
You said there's a forest room.
Yeah.
One of the training rooms, yeah.
Yeah.
Alan would go to that room.
It's currently not occupied. You just spend a little time in that forest room.
And he would pray.
Okay. Give me a D20.
Specifically, he's praying for guidance is the wrong word.
Direction?
No. Control.
Discipline.
Is that what you ask for?
No, that's not the word he would use.
What word does he use?
Honestly, he would use Master Crevis's words, which are probably Simon's word.
Discipline.
Discipline. Give me a D20.
19.
19. Okay. You spend a little bit of time in the forest room. You pray for discipline. You ask Melora for discipline. It's not anything you've ever asked from her before, but you ask her, I need discipline. And you feel her presence in the space with you. Most of the time it's a warmth. This time you feel as if the forest is responding in a tricks of light as you look to see as if there's almost a shadow of a woman standing not too far away, looking over you as you just ask over and over again for the discipline, not to make a mistake, to make the right mistake. You want the discipline that Master Creethus taught you. And you feel her presence as if this form is watching over you as you ask for this, over and over again.
Got it.
What are you doing?
I'm going to my room because I really, really need a long rest now. Are you in the other room? Like
I'm ushering you off to bed. I'm not
we're
leaving
in
you.
the same room. Okay.
Yeah.
He would sleep in that room.
Yeah.
Probably.
Sure. I'd allow. Yeah.
I'm probably gonna spend some time looking through Mom's diary, but not necessarily to talk to her. Just like I'd probably have trouble falling asleep.
D100.
That's a 4.
A 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say you find a particularly. You just spend a little bit of time perusing the diary, asking questions, just letting your thoughts flow through to the diary.
I'm gonna say to him, I'm gonna say, how are we going to go back? Because we didn't do what we were supposed to do. All we did was nearly get ourselves killed and make even more of an enemy than we already had.
We're not going to.
We're not gonna go back?
I mean, how would you propose that we do?
Well, I don't know, but we have to save him.
We do, but we don't know that he was there. That was just our best lead. Somebody's got to be looking for these hearts. They're not exactly common. And I have a feeling Anne can fend for himself. At least for a little while.
Maybe. This sucks.
Yes, it does. Like a lot. Like a lot. But everybody survived.
Barely.
You're not wrong. But you did.
I had a really good plan.
I bet you did. And that's not at all sarcastic.
That's genuine.
There, sweetie.
Sure, sweetie.
You did your best.
I don't know how to do.
Tell me about your plan.
I don't know how to be supportive.
Why are you saying it like that? Like what?
You're not a support character.
Just fold it in.
Just fold the cheese in. I can't fold it in. I don't know, David. You just fold it in, and I can't be expected to do everything. Okay.
There's a lot that we learned. Not anything that we necessarily needed to, but now we know we can't be around Gilther without him antagonizing us.
Well, some of us anyway.
Do you...
I was play acting just fine. Even though he really pissed me off. For the most part, you're not here. Shut up.
Our chat just dropped a Mike Tyson quote, and one of my new favorite chat goers is Chef Alla Death, who said, "Every man has a plan until that man is struck." Mike Tyson.
Are you really going to throw the rest of us under the bus because we reacted honestly? Oh, there's going to be some hardcore trainers here reading now.
You're not here.
You're not in the room.
Oh, I guarantee you I'm going to hear about it.
Don't yell at me.
No one else is in the room where it happened.
Can we just move ahead to later when Simon and I both burst in the room and we're like, and one more thing.
This guy.
What did I miss?
That's fine. Keep your secrets.
What did I miss? So you're resting.
Yes.
You're resting.
I'm knocking on their door.
I will open that door and go, what?
Can I talk to you for a bit?
Sure.
And I'm gonna like motion towards the other room.
I'll follow.
Okay.
Just like stick my head back in our room for a minute. Just yell real loud if you need me.
Okay.
She whispers.
She seems to say.
If our next attempt is as stupid as this one, we're all gonna get killed.
Probably.
And you're the only other person that doesn't act on reckless impulse.
Oh, just wait. We all do it sometimes.
Yeah, but not this time.
No, not this time.
So what are we gonna do?
We're gonna have to find Anne.
But how do we stop this from happening again?
We murdered Gilther.
Not what I meant.
I mean, I don't know why. That seems to be the only way we're going to stop it. Do you have a better idea? I'm open to suggestions.
We need to get the others to think before they act.
Correct. This was a very good lesson in that. Your
How do we-
sister almost died. I know that you weren't there to see it, but it happened.
Yeah, and she's not going to listen to me.
No.
So what do we do to get them to not do this again?
I suspect that the two who acted most aggressively or most impulsively feel more guilt than everybody else over your sister almost dying. I think this was a good lesson in and of itself. I don't think it's going to completely stop, but this will give them pause.
And if it doesn't?
Then we die.
Shoot.
I hate to say it, but...
All right. If we die, we die.
I like your positivity.
Sorry, I'm putting this in the quotes channel. Shoot. Death.
All right. Thank you.
I'm just going to walk back over to the other room.
I'm going to bed.
You all rest, and you can mark down a long rest. You will remove 1 point of exhaustion.
Right.
Your negatives to strength and dex, I believe it was,
Yeah.
are corrected.
Okay.
Okay.
So where does that go to now?
1 point of exhaustion and your stats are back to normal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, your stats are back. Okay. To whatever they were before. Sure. Yeah. But you all wake up next morning, a little bit beaten up, a little bit sore for some of you. Seraphina's hair looks a little frizzy. But for the most part, you feel how you feel. I'm not going to tell you how you feel. What are we doing? Who's the first one up? You're the first one up. What are you doing?
Easy.
Oh, you found my holy symbol on your bed when you came back.
Yeah, when you came back to the room, you found his holy symbol on your bed.
Pocket, and then walking down. He's gonna hold that conversation for later.
Yeah, Handful is out in the living area.
Are you up yet, Zara?
Yes, I can't remember. Did I tell you guys that we needed to destroy the ring today?
You did mention that we needed to destroy the ring, yes.
Okay. Because I want to talk to everybody before I destroy it, make sure that we don't have any questions for Grievous.
Sure. As you come out to the area, you go, oh! Handful goes, yes. Good morning. How was your night at the casino? Did you win?
I think it is more of a loss than a win.
That's just a casino.
Then is that what normally happens at a casino? People tend to lose more than they win.
Yes.
That was a dreadful
Almost
win.
exclusively.
Then how do people stay around so often?
Hope.
But we barely had hope leaving that place.
Hope is a very powerful tool. You hope to win all the gold you need to never work again, and then you work to go to the casino in hopes to win that you'll never have to work again. But you'll lose it. Hope is very powerful.
So would you say that is rather strong? To have the hope in your heart that whatever comes your way you can overcome?
It sounds a little like it belongs on a greeting card, but yes, you could take from what I said those things.
Then he's gonna have this whole new sense of like, wow, and he's just gonna be like, yeah, his chest is up a little bit more, and he's a lot more invigorated than he was before.
A package came for you all, courtesy of Simon. Is he available? Is he up?
Did he? I didn't notice you. Were you in the room?
He was.
I
Just
share a room with
before,
you.
yeah,
Yes.
just the holy symbol was there.
Would you like to bring it to him?
Yes, we do room together, so.
Hands you over just a plain brown parcel that's got Simon, care of Simon, and it's got the cedar hearth and home.
Got it. He's gonna pull out the holy symbol that he had in his pocket. He's gonna put it on the package. And he's gonna walk up to Simon.
Yeah. Simon.
I mean, it is our room after all, but. Simon.
I'm just sitting in the middle of the room meditating.
Simon. Do not forget.
Took the holy symbol, flicked it back at you.
Yep.
He's gonna pick it up.
Yep. You head back out. People start waking up, heading out to breakfast. Do you open the package?
Yeah.
Very, very comfortable, highest quality knee pads.
All right. Wow. Odd in the inventory.
Cool. Everybody wakes up, starts going about their day. There was a big catch last night. You're not sure what it is, but it tastes of, it tastes a little salty, a little stringy, but goes down like anything if you'd like to eat the food there, or there's plenty of carts outside as you go about the process of having breakfast. The day is yours to do with as you so choose.
I come down after I finish eating.
Yeah.
So, I need to destroy the ring today. I promised. But if anyone had any questions for Creefus, we can do that before we destroy it. I also have to return the circlet because I don't want to pay for 2 nights on it.
But there's a nice forge that I'm sure we could go to at the temple. We could cast the ring in the forge.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Can I talk to him, or only you?
I don't know. Do you want to try?
I'll hold out my hand.
Well, it's still in the box. We need to
Oh, that's right.
We need to go
get
get
the
it.
box.
Okay. I'll hold out my hand and walk
we
to
can
the
go
room where the box is.
Yeah. You grab the ring.
Yeah.
Hello.
Master Creefus.
Ah, Aelin. Oh, you sound different.
I am different.
Good. That time has a way of doing that.
Yeah. I met Gilther.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He said he was the one that killed you.
Did he? It was all a bit of a blur. I knew no such thing.
Do you know how I can hurt him?
There's a long pause, and he goes, "Why would you want to do that?"
Because he killed you.
Ah. And then one of Gilther's followers will come after you and try to kill you, and then one of your friends, I assume, will kill that particular follower and cause an endless string of killing everyone that they can.
Unless he's controlling them by magic.
He could be. It could be something powerful, more powerful than magic, which is fame and notoriety. There's no saving throw.
That's real meta.
No, he doesn't say that.
Here's the wall.
He goes, dearest Aelin, I'm not going to tell you that the time of being your mentor is far past. But a man who holds on to anger at the end of the day realizes he is holding on to nothing at all. Anger is a weight that will drag you down to the depths and keep dragging until you let it go.
But what about justice?
Justice is served. It will be. I have faith that justice will be served.
Only if good men act.
True. Are you a good man?
I try to be.
Then ask yourself this, Aelin. Are you hurting him for yourself or to be a good man?
I'm hurting him so he doesn't hurt others.
Then
If he killed you, he'll kill others.
True. Have you killed anyone, Aelin?
I have.
Did they deserve it?
They did. Sometimes things have to die.
In order for other things to grow.
Yes.
Spoken well.
So how do I hurt him?
You're asking the wrong question. I leave you with this. Rather than how do I hurt him, ask yourself, dearest Aelin, how do I grow myself?
How do I grow myself?
Oh, I have no idea. That is the question everyone asks of themselves. But now you're asking the right question, so you'll receive the right answer.
Okay, how about this? You taught me to watch my back.
Yes, true.
You taught me to watch people's faces.
Yes.
To figure out what people mean, not what they say.
Correct. I was a good teacher.
But you didn't teach me how to not say what I'm thinking.
Why wouldn't I teach you that?
It's something I just hadn't learned yet.
The world needs more of that, Aelin.
What couldn't you teach Gilther?
To put it simply, to walk away. That's why he wins. Every time. But he doesn't know when to walk away. I worry for Simon. I hope he has learned this lesson. The importance of walking away. Good men and women do great things in this world, Aiden. And I hope the people you've surrounded yourself with know this. Because I feel as if you learn to grow yourself, they may too learn to grow themselves into the people that can affect real change in this world. He's also got a trick left knee sometimes that gave out if you just want to give a real quick pop.
You would be proud of Simon. He did learn.
You know, I would not be proud of Simon. I am proud of Simon. Present tense.
If you saw what he did last night, you'd be more proud.
Well, good. May I speak with him?
Yes. Did you get the dumplings?
The dumplings?
I dropped some over the side of the ship for you to say goodbye.
Why, yes, I did, Aelin. They were so good. They were pork, chicken. Pork and chicken. They were delicious, Aelin.
I'm not sure. But they were good. They weren't as good as yours, though.
That is the best compliment that you could give me. Goodbye.
Goodbye to you, Grievous. I hand the ring to Simon.
Hand it back to Sarah.
You don't want to talk to him? Even to say goodbye?
When I have done something worth speaking to him, I will. For now, we go forth with his wishes.
You saved 5 people.
And we're destroying the ring, so last chance.
Say your goodbyes.
I think it's time. Take a moment.
I can't face him.
You don't have to, because you can only hear him.
He's proud of you, Simon.
Don't look back and know that you could have talked to him one more time and you chose not to.
I will get to speak to him again. I know. For now, we need to follow his respects and wishes. Thank you for offering me a chance.
Did you want to talk to him?
Did he want to talk to me?
I didn't know. You can ask.
You ask.
Hello?
Hello.
Did you want to talk to Dev?
This is the equivalent of passing a note in school,
I
isn't
know.
it? I would love to speak to Dave.
He'd love to speak to you.
Okay.
Here.
Put the ring on.
Dave?
Hello.
Your voice has gotten deeper.
I don't remember ever meeting you, so I don't know what you know of me.
We've met several times. In passing. You were very little. You were a troublesome child.
Yeah.
I believe the first time I met you, through a sheer accident on your part, you sent the cat hurtling out the window with a gust of wind.
We did have a cat, didn't we?
We did.
Did in the past tense, yes. Yeah. Very much so. Poor Sprinkles.
Hellish rebuke on instincts are rough then.
Must find pet. Name it Sprinkle.
One of the seagulls.
Yeah. Sprinkles 2.
Electric Boogaloo?
Where do you find yourself?
I go wherever.
Are you happy?
I don't know. I have a lot of questions.
Oh,
And
most people do.
Don't want to assault you with them, but if you could just answer one if you know the answer.
Absolutely.
Do you know who made the deal that made me this way? And could you tell me?
Your mother loved you very much and wished for a future that she could not provide to you. We do stupid things for people that we love. Doubly so for family. Your mother loved you before you were even around. And your sister. She spoke very highly of you.
So, Mom.
So, Mom.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Dev.
Take the ring.
Aelin's gonna reach out and grab it. Simon. He wants to talk to you.
No, it's Creefus.
I know Tutor Creefus.
Oh, you're speaking to Simon. Yes, sorry. Sorry. Go on.
He asked to speak to you.
Wait, hang on. Does Simon not wish to speak with me? Aelin, I'm speaking to you.
Simon says.
He took some blood.
It's been a great one. Bye, everybody.
Yes. Simon says that he'll speak to you when it's time.
Good for him.
But if we destroy the ring, how is he going to speak to you?
My boy, aren't you a religious man? Is the cleric asking me how Simon is going to speak to me?
This you.
This me is an echo. A shadow of the man that I once was. Don't you dare take that away from him.
Right. But this you asked to speak to Simon.
I did. And if he doesn't wish to speak, I'm not going to impose my will upon him.
I just wanted to give him one more chance.
Oh, that's fine. Did you?
Simon? I'll handle him.
Thank you. I miss you. I miss you so much. I will try to do you proud. Goodbye, my master, my friend.
I am proud of you, Simon. May we all be so lucky in our life to have our friends speak so highly of us. You are not the fights you have won. You are not the crowds you have gathered. A man is measured by the love of the people in his life and the choices he makes. Strike hard, strike fast, and just between you and me, beat that little shit.
It's the best way I know how.
Goodbye, son.
I will talk to you again one day.
Not too soon.
No, nine. And take the ring off.
Okay, we can't destroy right this second. I probably should have said that. We're going to go to a place.
Oh my God! What a build-up! And I'm not by a fire or anything.
I'm holding the ring.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I thought you handed it back.
No, I just said
Okay.
Sarah.
No.
Oh, got it. Yes.
Shall we?
Yes.
I could probably break it.
I like the idea of the forge.
My guess would be it would be easier if we used both heat and your strength to free him. So, Ulva, would you be so kind as to lead the way? Take us to his temple.
And he's just gonna walk onto the town.
You guys walk. We're gonna cut through the chaff as this group makes their way over towards the temple. Through sheer kismet or an act of divine intervention, you are alone. The ring itself is placed on top of the large anvil at the center of the space, and all of you gather around it.
Anybody know how this works? Do you just hit it?
Well, to guess, I would say heating the metal.
Okay.
Then Ulva would
Manning the billows, just getting that refinery hot as hell, just like.
Is there a large hammer nearby?
Yeah.
Over's gonna give you his hammer.
I do not wish to impose this upon you, but you are one of the strongest of us. And with your connection to Herr Krefus, I think it would be right to send him off.
It's time.
Yeah. I'm going to take the ring, put it in tongs, hold it into the forge to get it hot.
Yeah, gets real hot. The fire just begins to build and build, almost as if there's a musicality to it. There's a rhythm that seems to establish with the billows. The ring heats and it forms this molten red.
Placed on the anvil. I put my hand on Aylin's shoulder.
Yeah.
I grab the hammer. I say, rest well. And I swing. Not as hard as I might have really swung. Obviously, I'm overcome with emotions.
You're trying to hit a stationary object on an anvil. I think it's
I'll say this. The hammer comes down. The ring cracks and breaks, which shouldn't be possible, but is. As the ring is destroyed, there is almost the sound of a sigh that takes place as a wind from out of nowhere moves throughout the temple, blowing some of the curtains and tapestries back as the fire flares for a second. And you swear you'd see the outline of a figure within that fire smiling. You all gather in this space, and for a brief second, time seems to stop as all of you look up from what you are doing and just acknowledge the circle. The group of individuals brought forth from the death of this one individual through wild circumstance, through the sands of time, from the north, from all parts of the continent, finding themselves here gathered at this spot. After that moment is there, just as quickly as it is there, it's gone. But there's a sense of calm, a sense of purpose, and
I would turn to Olvar and just, it's not so bad in here.
There's a nice dignity when you can connect yourself just a little further outside your plane to something else and greater.
And Uber's gonna just grab a mug and go to the large keg, and he's just gonna start handing it out to people and just.
Just gonna take like a sip and go, thank you so much.
For those that do, you have a little celebratory drink.
Before I take it, I'm going to walk up to Zara, look her in the eye. I don't always agree with you, but I am glad you're all right. I give her a hug.
That's what we'll learn in tonight's episode. Sweet. Yeah, we have to. With this hug, I think it's Aelin. I think it's Umar. I think it's a weird, awkward. It's got to be a group hug. Yeah. While you're drinking yourself. That's where we're ending tonight's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to an awesome, action-packed, emotional-filled Wanderlust. Thank you so much to my cast for not letting me kill you. I appreciate you. It was. We were about to lose a few of you. So and
Half the
you will
cast,
be
no big
remembered.
deal. No big deal.
To our chat tonight, thank you so much, Chef a la Death. Welcome to the group, Kitty Lover, the Wolf Corinne, Dice Barbarian, Action Sturge, all of you. Thank you so much. We're gonna go raid a channel real quick and share the TTRPG love because this is an amazing community and we want to share the love. But we love you all so much. We'll see you next week as we figure out together collectively where do we go from here. And we love you. We'll see you soon. Indigo Connect. Take it easy, guys.